I love helping people build wealth. I tell you guys, I get pumped up about it because someone helped me do it. Now I want to help you guys. In building wealth on today, I'm going to talk about 4 ways that anybody can build wealth. Yeah, I know right now your credit's bad and you're working a job that you don't like and things are tough financially, but you will hear me say over and over on this channel that money is nothing but an idea. Or you may hear me say something like, the person who makes thinking a habit will always have an abundance of ideas and solutions. In these 4 things, if you can just find one that makes you come alive, one that you're willing to commit to learning everything about it and becoming an expert, millionaire status is a step away. Hey man, my name is William V. Thompson, and guys, I'm a cash flow strategist. I love helping people make money. I love helping people make money based on what they already have, and that's what I'm about to do for you. I want to encourage you that anything that I say today that makes you come alive, that you like, make sure you like, subscribe, as well as that free newsletter. It is awesome. It's going to change your life. So let's get busy right now in changing your life. Let's do it. Right now, you don't see an end to your job. Right now, you're wondering, when I get ready to retire, whatever age that may be, will I have enough money? I meet so many people that worked hard all their lives for money. They were faithful to the company, and now they get to the age of 65 and they're like saying, I can't afford to retire. Do you want that life? Well, I don't want that life for you. And I'm going to show you 4 ways that we're teaching people how to build wealth. So let's get started. The first thing, guys, is going to be the stock market. I'm going to give you a 2-fold perspective here. Number 1, start on your job. It's very important that you manage your cash flow personally so you can max your 401k or your 403b. The thing you want to find out is what's the most you can put in, what's the most your company can put in. It's called maxing the match. Let's assume you can put in 500, your company matches 500. Find a conservative way through the S&P 500 index fund. That $1,000 per month in 20 years will be a part of your wealth building. But add to that basic knowledge of the stock market. So you're talking about the same thing. If you look and see that you're having good results in, let's say, the S&P 500 or another stock you learned about, you now can do that same investment outside of your 401k. Does that make sense? So that is definitely one of the best ways for people to build wealth. The second one you don't hear a lot about, and I just did it for my 22-year-old daughter, is called IUL, Index Universal Life Insurance. See, when I was growing up, I remember that every week the insurance man would come by, knock on the door. He had this huge, it was always a brown or black book, by the way, too. He'd come in there. He'd have all these hundreds of pages. He'd find Al and Lois Thompson, and he'd collect like $3.32. And they'd talk a little bit, he'd go on. I mean, that was the mindset of insurance. The policy might have been $10,000, but they paid it and paid him. Fast forward. Index Universal Life is a combination of a lifetime or whole life insurance, okay? You get it for your whole life. And it has an investment feature tied into it. It's really more of an investment. And these people who invented it, guys, they are brilliant. Because what they did, they set it up whereby, let's say if you paid $5 a month, that's what my daughter's paying. Let's say they have learned that if they can cause a certain percentage to be on insurance, then therefore the rest of it goes into an investment like the S&P 500 or other derivatives and all these fancy things that blow my little mind. But because it's an insurance product, guess what can happen? That money is growing I'm about to say it, tax-free. In my daughter's policy, she's 22. By the time she gets to about 57, she will have $1 million. Soon thereafter, she can start pulling that money out. And guess what? She never has to pay tax on it. So number 1, you do it with your stocks and your 401k. That gives you a possibility. You do it on an index universal life. That's possibility number 2. Number 3, Guys, it's going to be what we call intellectual properties. Intellectual properties are simply something that's intangible that creates tangible results, like making a lot of money. Whether it be a book. I mean, there are people out there that wrote one book. Sometimes it was an ebook. And these ebooks sometimes have made millions of dollars. Or you could do a course. People have made millions of dollars from courses. Or you can do software. But if you're like me, man, you're not technical. Man, there's a company called Fiverr. And there's something you probably have never heard of, AI. If you learn how to use AI, it can help build softwares for you guys. That's an intellectual property. And one of my favorite ones using AI is building a system. What if you went into a company and you used AI to build a system for them whereby it did various tasks that maybe 3 or 4 people were doing? You get paid. That's intellectual properties. And finally, guys, real estate. In previous videos, we showed you how to buy 5 houses for 5 years and to pay them off in 10 years or less. We ran through the numbers and we showed you how that you could become a millionaire. So let's just say that I'm 1/4 right. Let's just say I'm 1/4 right. So instead of making $1 million in your 401k, you made $250,000. Instead of making $1 million with your IUL, you made $250,000. Instead of making $1 million with your intellectual properties, you made $250,000. And instead of making $1 million in real estate, you made $250,000. In 20 years, if I'm just 25% right, you now are still a millionaire. It's not based on the economy. It's not based on who's the president. It's all based on you. Whether you make millions or just $1 million, the ball is now in your court. And everything depends on how badly do you want it. I want it bad. The question is, how bad do you want it? Guys, if you like content like this, stay connected with me. There's a free newsletter in the description. We're pouring our hearts and souls into it to keep cutting edge information coming out. Get the free newsletter, activate the principles, and change your life. And have a great day. God bless you.